Hey gamers, if you love a dexterity game and you're ready to release your inner cat, then you want to check out Cats Knocking Things Off Ledges. Let's take a look at how this game plays. In this game, players will be building up the cat tower, and then they'll be placing their cats and batting toys around, trying to score the most points. The game will end when somebody hits 10 points. Everybody else will get one more turn to try and beat that score, and the player with the most points will win. On a player's turn, they will either build one of the two different size platforms. They can use either size of the building blocks, and then they'll need two for this rectangular one and one for the circle. They can build right next to other towers if they want to. So I could build something like that if I wanted to, or use one of the large ones here to go up higher, or they can also choose to build on top of previously placed platforms. Then they'll take the tweezers to place their cat, which is a lot harder than it looks. Whoops! And if anything falls on your turn, then your turn will end and you will not get any points for that turn. But we'll just go ahead and pretend I'm better at this game than I am. And I'll place this here, and I'll just place my cat so that we don't drop it again, hopefully. And then they'll, still using the tweezers, take one of their cat toys and also put it on that same ledge. You have to place your cat where there is not already a cat. So if there was already this cat here, I could not choose to place my cat on the same ledge as that one. And then place my toy, and then you'll use the little cat hand tool to try and bat your toy onto another platform. So I actually did land it on there, and you'll get a point, 1 point for every length of short pillar that the toy falls, 2 points for every tall pillar length that the toy falls, and if it lands on a matching platform, so this one was a fish on a fish platform, you'll get a bonus point for that as well, and then you'll just score that appropriately. Again, you'll just keep going around the table, building up until somebody hits 10 points, which will trigger the end of the game. And like I said, you can always build like next to other towers. You can always build on top of other towers, but if anything does fall during your turn, you'll just kind of clean that stuff up, move it out of the way as listed in the rules, but then you won't score any points for that round. Overall, I thought that this game was cute. I think that the theme works well for a dexterity game, which is kind of funny in a way. And then the game also has the added gimmick of having to place things with tweezers because, like it's not going to be an exact science. It's going to be a lot harder than just being able to place it with your hands. You're worried about things fitting into the tweezers quite right because everything's a kind of a strange shape, or you're worried about like dropping it before you're ready to, or not putting it in the exact place that you want it. And then the additional gimmick of the cat paw to bat things around. I do like that you can hit things multiple times because it is kind of hard to get them off of the platform sometimes, but overall I do think that it works well. It is a dexterity game, obviously, so if you're somebody who doesn't like dexterity games, or you're somebody who gets kind of shaky when you're trying to do things like this probably isn't the game for you. Definitely made me nervous as I was trying to be really like precise about placing things down. And when you're batting things around too, things bounce a lot more than you think they're going to, so you'll accidentally knock over platforms from just trying to get something off of a higher ledge, or things will just bounce straight off onto a table. So like I said, it's a lot harder than it looks, but it is still a dexterity game. So if you are somebody who likes dexterity games, kind of likes that precision of trying to get things in just the right places and be really gentle while also being, like I said, dropping things from a bigger height, then it's definitely a little bit unique. So you might want to check this one out. If you're somebody, again, who doesn't like dexterity games, this probably isn't for you. But you can see my full thoughts on the watch today to decide if this one's for you.